YouTube, what's going on? Y'all know usually I'm trying to be a little more energetic and whatnot, but I got hit in the face with a harsh reality today. Check me out. Uh, what's the best way to describe it? Pardon me a second, I'm just getting some things ready. But basically today I had a harsh reality on something. But usually y'all know I feel like trucking is one thing, being black is not a problem with. Being black has nothing to do. In the business side, this is true because these companies don't care. You ain't a black man, you ain't a white man, you ain't hood, you ain't none of this. You are truck number, whatever your truck number is, or employee ID or driver ID. Your name isn't even, you don't even have a name. It's just driver. Driver, I need you to go do this. Driver, I need you to do that. Driver, I need you to do this. Driver, I need you to do this. Check me out on the replay game if anybody comes up in here. But yo, the business side, yes, your race doesn't matter. It don't matter. You could be a felon. That truck still goes from point A to point B, and that's all that matters. Now, what I realized today, I was in Montana and I pulled into this little spot. First thing I think is, ooh, is this place racist? Do I got to worry about this? And it's like, dang, I forget about that part of being black and traveling. All right. It's different. We got to stop and think, am I even welcome here? Is this place racist? Do I have to worry about this? Do I have to worry about that? That's a reality. And it hit me today. I've been doing it all this time, but I've just become conscious and cognizant of the fact that I'm doing it. Then I go into the place, and now I'm 5'11", probably about 270. I ain't no little dude. But I walk into the place, and everybody stopped. You know how like a group has their chatter going on, their incessant chatter, and then all of a sudden it stops, and everybody's looking at me. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody looking at me. And I'm like, okay, all I did was walk inside. I didn't even do anything. I just walked inside. So why is everybody looking at me? And, I knew what it was. Yeah, I know what it was. So it is what it is. So I'm like, okay, it's time to go into action. I come in, I don't stand at my full height. I started noticing I was slouching. I don't normally notice this stuff. And I'm looking around. I got my hand on my pocket just in case. If anybody doesn't know, I keep an LCP. It's just what it is. It's reality. But it wasn't going to make a difference. Walk inside, go to the place. The only person that was pleasant when they greeted me and, didn't look at me like you ain't supposed to be here. The only one that was pleasant was the server. She was pregnant. She was taking care of like 10 people. She was busy. She was really busy. So she comes by and she asks, "Are you dining in or carry out?" I'm looking around and I'm seeing everybody just looking me up and down. I said, "You know what? I'll go ahead and dine in." Okay. Here, have a booth right here, and I'll be with you in just a moment. Okay. She's friendly. And I asked a couple of questions and I code switched. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us do that. It's normal when you're coming from a white collar corporate America background. you're going to code switch. So, and I'm not even going to say talking white, talking corporate. There's a big difference. So I came in and I, used all my proper English and wasn't using any form of slang or anything like that. And I guess one of the guys heard me, and you could just see it looked like there was a pound of stress coming off of his shoulders. He looked so relieved to hear me talking like one of them. And he relaxed, went back to eating, greeted me, say, "How you doing, fella?" "I'm fine. How about yourself, sir?" "Everything is served," because I don't know if this place is hostile. And I never hear YouTubers talk about this. And as truckers, we end up in some, like OTR truckers, we end up in some unfamiliar territories. We end up in some little small hick towns. We end up seeing a whole bunch of Confederate flags out on this road. We end up seeing some places that could really get hostile. And that's just the reality of it. But this time, I was really cognizant of everything I was doing, because as a black man, like I said, I'm 5'11", like 270. I'm seen as a threat until you are able to confirm that I'm not a threat. You automatic, like, not everybody, of course. I wouldn't paint white people with a broad stroke. That's stupid. But I'm seen as a threat until I'm shown to be otherwise. And I don't understand that. I don't walk with my pants sagging. I don't sag. I'm a grown man. I don't do anything, quote unquote, gangster. I left all that life behind because it's stupid. I'm a grown man. What I look like to hey man, I'm gangster. It's stupid. I'm a productive member of society right now. But people are just looking at me like I'm just some thug. And that was the look I got as soon as I walked into that place. And I went in a code switching and putting on this fake persona, this facade. And I've done this before, but this time I just felt dirty. And I'm like, why do I have to do this? And I'm talking to the wife and she's like, well, why do you? And then I'm thinking of like, the reason is I don't know if this is hostile. I don't know if this is one of the Negro hating parts of towns. I don't know this area. And she was like, well, you got your gun. I'm like, yeah, I got my gun, but how many of them have theirs? I'd be Swiss cheese before I make it back to my truck. And that's the issue. It doesn't matter if I have one or not. They didn't stop making them when they made mine. So yeah, that's an issue to me. And that's a really awkward feeling. And I can't even say, well, I'm not doing that anymore, because I know I will. I know I will. I never cause problems. Or people want to look me up and down. Now, I will say, one of the guys started chit-chatting with me. We were talking about sports and we were talking about stuff, just random stuff, the weather. And guy called me a hero. It's like, man, you truck driver, y'all are some special people. I appreciate y'all. So, because y'all be going home, I couldn't do it. Y'all are special, and we appreciate it because everything we use comes from you guys. And everybody was just, they started being nice. But why did I have to win you over to treat me like a human being? Why did I have to come up in there and front and come in and let you know, hey, good guys, I come in peace? Like Martin on the original Bad Boys. Don't be alarmed, we're Negroes. Why did I have to do that? Why? Why can't you just see me as a person as soon as you see me? That's what I want to know. You could have just saw me as another person, because I've seen other people come in. I've seen other white people come in and they look this person up and down. And then they, I'm sorry, they don't look this person up and down, and they just continue their chatter amongst themselves. Sorry for the rumble. I am getting loaded, but they just chatter amongst themselves. Nothing pauses. But when I walked in, everybody stops talking and looks at me. The only person friendly was the server. I did give her a nice tip though. She was sweet. She was nice. She was the only person that looked at me as a person and not as a threat or a thug like some of these people do. And this is really messed up that we got to go through this, right? I don't hear other YouTubers talk about this. I guess they just brush it on the rug. It's just a part of the job, which it is, unfortunately. But I don't want to end up like one of these people hung and dragged from a truck. I don't want to end up like one of these people that gets killed, one of these people that ends up missing. I don't want to end up like that. So yes, I might code switch. Yes, I might tone down, quote unquote, my blackness or whatever that means. But why do I have to do that? Why can't people just look at me like this? And I'm not going to say it's all racism. I'm not going to say all these people are racist. It's more so, in my opinion, it's more so similar people seeing someone dissimilar. And 9 times out of 10, when you have a group of similar people congregating in one space, and then you see someone dissimilar come in, it's going to be a weird look. For example, I could be at a hip hop club. Everybody's hip hop style and whatnot. And they coming in and they chilling. Then you see this one guy with a cowboy hat and cowboy western. He could be black, but everybody's going to stop and stare at this guy and make sure he's not there causing problems. It's just a fact of similar versus dissimilar people in the same place. So I'm not, they may have been racist. I don't know. As a black man, I don't know. But I can't say for certain. I can just simply say it's someone dissimilar, someone different from them. I'm the complete antithesis of these people in their eyes until they speak to me and realize, oh, Buddy's not bad. He ain't no different from us. And then they started getting friendly with me. But why didn't it just start that way? That's my only thing. Why didn't it just start that way? And anybody that's black that's you know, not a trucker, but you go on a road trip, tell me you don't think in the back of your mind, if you go into certain places, is this place racist? Is it? Is it? Is it bad? I faced that. I faced a situation at a truck stop once before, back when I first got started, and I was out in Texas. It's a Gateway Travel Center in Vidor, Texas. VIDOR is how it's spelled. And the place had a decent amount of spaces. I pull up and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and grab me something to eat. I'm running low on hours. So I aspire. I agree. I came from corporate America. I appreciate your comment, bro. I came from corporate America. I was a help desk agent for this company called Athena Health. So when there were the more complicated problems, I was the one to solve them. But I digress. Back when I was new, just a couple of months in the business, I was with Stevens Transport. I'm coming down I-10, running out of hours. So just past Beaumont, I saw a place called Vidor, Texas, or Vidor, however it's pronounced. And I saw it was a truck stop there, the Gateway Travel Center or something like that. And I stopped, get out, do my post trip, climb back inside the cab. When I'm done, put in my information, my report and whatnot, step back out to the front cab. And lo and behold, it's about 6 people out there. White people. But I look, I let my window down. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, can I help you? And I said, hey, gentlemen, can I help you? You gotta say, yeah, what's your business out here? I said, well, I'm just taking a little 10-hour break because just about out of hours. So I figured I'd go ahead and shut it on down. The guy said, well, I don't think it's a good idea. I said, why not? He said, well, here's the thing, buddy. I don't think you want to be out here at sunset. I don't think this is the best place. The locals here are not fond of your kind. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean by my kind? Wait. Let me guess. Y'all don't like truckers, right? Y'all don't like truck. It's the headset, ain't it? Y'all don't like truckers. And the guy said, and the other one with the shotgun on his arm said, no, niggers. The energy changed immediately. I just got called the N-word in public in a group of people. I said, okay, well, I'm out of here. Like I said before, this one gun does nothing. It was 6 or 7. I don't remember. It was either 6 or 7 of them. I got back on I-10 and I got out of there. My driver manager, he's like, hey, buddy, what's happening with you? Why are you leaving here? I said, look, man, I was in this town called Vidor, Texas, and somebody just called me the N-word and told me I need to leave by sundown. He said, oh, man, yeah, you do got to get out of there. You do got to get out of there. I'm like, yeah, I do. Luckily, I found somewhere to shut down, but there was no way I was going to stay there. Laws of service be darned. I was a service be darned. I was not going to stay there. So because of that little situation, I managed to get somewhere. I had 3 minutes left on my clock. 3 minutes. And then I told a friend the story about what happened. And she's like, oh, yeah, you don't stay out there. You avoid that place. Never go there. That's a sundown town. Wish I knew that before I stopped there. But being a black trucker is rough. It's like, for white people to understand, if you were blue collar, you work with your hands all your life, then all of a sudden you moved into the corporate world. You're going to get the stares. You're going to get the glares. You're going to get people thinking they're better than you. You're going to get all of that. And you're going to wonder, is this a hostile situation? That's the best way I could explain it to you. Or look at the X-Men. The X-Men have to wonder before they go somewhere, hey, are they mutant friendly? Do I have to be worried? Do I have to be scared? That's what it's like for us. And so many people say, man, racism doesn't exist. It's all in your head. No, it's not. It's really not. And I can't listen to somebody that would tell me that something that I just saw, that I lived, is in my head. No. I see these stares all the time. I can't walk into a store. I've been in stores where people have followed me around as soon as I walk through the door. They act like they're, depending on where you're from, they may be known as zoning, like at Walmart, or front facing, where you move the product all the way to the front and make sure the product is facing front. They always find something to front face or zone when it's an area that I'm inhabiting in that store. It's normal. I've gotten used to it. But I shouldn't have to. Nobody else has to do that but us. Usually, I know it's going to happen. I don't care. I'm not a thief. I'm not stealing. So watch me all you want. Sometimes they get so blatant with it, I'll walk up and say, here, hold this. Since you're going to follow me around, go ahead and hold my stuff. Make yourself useful. It's just real. I'm not saying, woo, feel sorry for me, feel sorry. No, I'm not going to let racism stop my life. There's 2 types of people in this world. 2 types of black folks, I should say. Or not even just black people, marginalized individuals, minorities. It's 2 types. It's one who say, oh my God, I'm oppressed. So let me not try to do anything great. Then it's people like me say, oh my God, I'm oppressed. I got to work twice as hard to get out of this. I'm the latter, not the former, because I'm not going to just sit there and be nothing in life. I refuse to be nothing in life. So I don't care who hates me. I'm still moving on. I'm moving on, period. And that's just the reality of the situation. You can't let this stop you and just say, well, I'm not going to get anywhere. They're going to keep me down. So let me not even try. No. Well, let me not cuss. Screw that. Screw that. You got to get out there and try, because you never know what you're going to make. And you got to keep trying when you fail a couple of times. I failed at leasing. Of course, it was Stevens Transport lease. It was a bunch of, it was straight out of a bull's rectum. I'll say that much. That lease is horrible. I failed at it. I see how some people can somewhat succeed, but I failed at it. And I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm okay with that because I learned a lot. I'm about to get into another lease and eventually buy a truck. And I'm not worried about it, because once I buy a truck, I'm starting my own authority. Then I get 100% of the money. Yes, I pay 100% of the fees and all that, but I'm getting 100% of the money. And I'm okay with that. I know somebody now, my best friend, is willing to help me with paperwork, and I can pay her for that. She's a single mother. I'm sure she would appreciate the extra money. But yeah, at this point, I'm at the point right now where I'm just ready to just say, so be it. But it was just something that I realized today that I do, and something that I realized that I've been doing. It's like, okay, it's me. I'm doing what I'm doing. It is what it is. I don't know what to say. But if anybody's in here, anybody wants to join in, I'm gonna go ahead and post the link. It's a StreamYard link. You can get in on your phone or on a laptop. So if you want to come in and talk to me, if you got a story to share, come on through. I ain't asking for no money. I ain't asking for no help, no cash out, no shade to nobody to do, because if you giving knowledge, there's no reason you shouldn't be paid. But yeah, if you want to come in, go ahead and click the link. I just posted it. Help yourself. But yeah, man, it's I'm mentally drained right now. I'm a little frustrated after all I went through with that. It wasn't much in totality, but it just feels mentally like it's just more than it was. So, man. So I got like a few hours left on my clock. I've got 4 hours left on my clock. How y'all like that? That's the radio voice. But yeah, I got 4 hours left on my clock. And so whenever I'm done here, I'm finna head on out, find the closest place to shut down. I got 1,000 miles to do between now and Saturday. They actually got me getting unloaded on a Saturday. And then from Saturday, I'll be up in Washington. So it's only 1,000 miles from Wyoming to Washington. But anyway, yeah. I'm just ready to shut it on down. But it's all good. Tomorrow I'm gonna be right back to my regular old happy self. But I've been driving a lot in mountains lately. And I gotta say, Wyoming is a beautiful state. Montana is a beautiful state. Like the scenery from Idaho, Wyoming, Montana. Man, The Pacific Northwest is one of the most beautiful places. The population is low. Like if you start a family, this is a place I would not mind moving out to, because if I move out here, I already got what I'm looking for. I got my woman, I got the family, I got the kids. I'm not caring about nothing else. I'm gonna get the nicest house I could get. You could darn near get a mansion out here for a couple $100,000. But yeah, it's, let me see here. Pin. So yeah, if anybody wants to jump up in here, just want to chit chat with me, just shoot the breeze. All I ask is that you don't cuss, because I'm trying to build a channel and YouTube stops that when you cuss. But I like to connect with my people. So if you want to come through, come through. And I'm sorry if I haven't put out that many videos recently. I'm just, right now I've just been busy. That's about it. Just been busy driving. I've been averaging about 700 miles a day out here. Yes, VL trucking. And since it's the weekend, I'm going to kill these miles. That's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's it. That's all I got to say. So hopefully they'll be done loading me soon. But like I said, I'll be back to my happy self tomorrow. I'm going to try to shoot some more content so I can have something in the cut ready to go. But until then, this is Gideon. Go ahead and please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me. So I appreciate it. All right. Everybody have a good night. Keep those wheels moving, because if them wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning.